So the last video is how you can write a terminating decimal as a fraction. There is a special trick for writing a repeating decimal as a fraction. And so if you have the number 0.7 repeating, the rule that I told you last time in the last video is not going to work because this is just 0.777777, and because 7 repeats infinitely, there's no possible way to know what our denominator should be. Like, we can't use 10 as our denominator because there's another 7 here. We can't use 100 as our denominator because there's another 7 here. We can't even use 1,000 as our denominator because 7 continues to repeat after the thousands place. And so what the trick is you take the number that is repeating and you put it over 9. And I know that sounds crazy, but it works. And if you don't believe me, we can check it because we also know how to change a fraction to a decimal. So if I were to take 7 divided by 9, 7 does not go into 9, so I'm going to make it 7.0. 9 goes into 70. 7 times 9 would give me 63. I would have a remainder of 7. So I would add another 0. 9 goes into 70. 7 times 9 is 63. I have another remainder of 7, and I can continue to do this again and again and again, and I am wasting my time because I'm going to continue to get a remainder of 7 every single time. And so you can see here in my answer, and of course I need to bring my decimal point up here. My answer is just 0.777, and as long as I keep doing it, I'm just going to keep getting 7s. And so that is what I originally started with, and so you can see that 7/9 really does have the value of 0.7 repeating. And so the trick is to take the number that repeats and put it over 9. Here we have 0.3 repeating. Some of you may remember last year we had memorized that that has a value of 1/3. And let me show you how it works with the trick. Since 3 is the value that is repeating, I'm going to write it as 3 over 9, and then that's going to simplify to 1/3. Because 3 and 9 have a common factor of 3, so when you divide by 3, you get 1/3. And then finally, we have 0.45, and this just keeps getting more and more complicated. 0.45 repeating, and so if we were to put this over 9, this would be a value greater than 1 because our numerator is bigger than our denominator, and we can see here that it's a value less than 1. So what the real trick is since we have 2 digits that are repeating, we're going to put it over 99. And then you may remember in our last video, we had done 5 divided by 11, and we had gotten 0.45 repeating. And so now I'm over here telling you that it's 45 divided by 99, which is not the same fraction that we had. And the reason for that is that this fraction is not yet simplified. And so both of these values are divisible by 9. 45 divided by 9 is a numerator of 5. Oops, not divided by 5, divided by 9. 99 divided by 9 is 11. And so it does have a value of 5/11ths, and you saw in the other video when we did 5 divided by 11, we did get 0.45 repeating. And so I hope that that's an interesting trick, and that is something that may come up in this section. Oh, and then the reason that it connects, sorry, this is the last thing. The reason that it connects is that both terminating decimals and repeating decimals are rational numbers because they can be written as a fraction where both the numerator and the denominator are integers.